pointing out that their entire worldview is corrupt and belief system fraudulent. You'd be angry too if everything you thought about yourself and your outlook on life is now shown to be counterfeit. There is no such thing as an atheist. There never has been. Look, the non-believer must face two undeniable truths. And for far too long, Christian apologists have been lax and irresponsible for not enforcing these truths when engaging with a non-believer. The first truth: all human beings are made to worship God. Like it or not, it's programmed into our hard drives. Period. You can moan and cry and whine about that all you want. It's just the truth. Now here's the second truth. If you reject God, which you can, you will fill this void with something else. And it will be something less than God. You have no choice. You have to. Now, you do have free will. But your free will does not operate the way most people think. You have the power to reject God, no doubt. There are plenty of non-believers in the world. But what you don't then have the power to do is worship nothing at all. Okay? That's impossible. You will worship something in his place. You will make offerings to something else. You will kneel at the altar of something else. You have to. That's what it means to be human. Now, some people get hung up on the term worship. So for their benefit, let's use some other words instead. I'll start the whole diatribe over. Human beings were designed to glorify God, to adore God, to praise God, to make God the focal point of their lives. Now, if you choose to reject God, which you can, you will then do all of those things for something else. You will adore something else. You will glorify something else. You will praise something else. You will make something else the center of your life. All right. Now, this something else that you substitute for God does not have to be a deity. It can, but it doesn't have to be. Anything can be a god if you choose to worship it. Money, possessions, pleasure, lust, pornography, fornication, partying, alcohol, pride, vanity, ego, you name it. All of these things can be worshiped every day by Christians and non-believers alike, and they are. These false idols or golden calves don't always have to be negative things, though, or things that lead to addiction. They can be good things. They can be healthy things like family or friends or a career or your business or your children. All of these things are good. In fact, they're wonderful, but they're not God. And as soon as you try to make them God, you will, ipso facto, find yourself longing. You'll find yourself unsatisfied and unfulfilled, because as good as those things are, they are temporary, just like you. And clinging to them and making them the center of your life will only lead to suffering, because they have an end just like you. Only relationship with something external, something eternal that lasts forever, can truly satisfy. Everyone worships a god. Atheism is nothing more than a self-delusion.